So what episode is this?
Episode 5.
Five. One, two. That's 5 weeks. That means that we made it past the month.
Yep.
So how was your week at work today? I mean, this week. I mean, it ain't been like I said many days in the work week this week, but how was your work week last week and I guess the few days this week?
Stressful.
Yeah, I'm stressed out too.
Don't feel like anyone's there for me.
Me either. Even though I got 5 seasonals that work with me now, I still got so much work to do. I'm so tired.
I just been trying to find ways to be less stressed. Yoga,
Me too. Me too. I really do.
meditation, messages, anything to be less stressed.
Is it working?
No.
Dang. What else you gonna try then?
Pretty
Crazy.
much just been enjoying eating. That's bringing me happiness.
You stress eating?
Yep.
Oh, that's crazy. I think I've probably been stress eating all my life.
I can see that.
That's why I always had a belly. But people like it, so I'm cool.
Hmm.
It keep me warm in the winter.
How do you know that makes a difference?
It does. It's your body fat. It's the same thing with seals and whales and all that stuff. And polar bears and bears. It's an animal fact. This is science.
So there was a story that came out. I don't know this man, but his name is Hitman Holler or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And
You know him.
his house got robbed or something like that.
You know
there
him?
were some people that broke into his house. I'm not familiar with who he is.
It's the tall, skinny rapper guy on Wild 'N Out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the bald headed guy with the hat. He started to do the freestyle. Cut the beat.
Oh, okay.
DJ D cut, not the short one, but the tall rapper one.
Mm-hmm.
Cut the beat.
Yeah, I didn't recognize who he was. I just seen the story
I
come
think
across.
that's him. I hope that's him. I'm about to Google it because I don't want to misquote. But what happened?
Anyway, so his house got broken into, and his girlfriend was at the house, and he was saying how he had to basically coach her on what to do to protect herself while she was in the house, and she ended up having to let some shots off, but she ended up getting shot, but she did survive. She's in the hospital right now.
Dang.
So I just thought that was a crazy, scary story that happened, and it can really happen to anybody. And I don't know if I would be prepared. You teach me a lot of things, but I don't think it registers in my brain at times.
Well, you know what happens if somebody come in our house? You leave.
Yeah, it's one way in, one way out.
You better open that window, jump through that screen.
Okay.
You're not following flights. You get out the house. That's what you do. That's your goal. Don't try to fight them back. Don't try to protect none of our possessions. Just get out of here. I'm serious. I would rather you get away.
I wouldn't be
and
trying
call
to
the police.
protect no possessions.
That's the only thing we got in here right now. So you can, unlock that window, jump right out, and be gone. You hear something crazy, hop right through that screen. It's easy to rip through. Just bust through it, kick it out.
I guess that would be the best way.
Yeah.
I
If they catch you and you're in the bedroom, if you're in the bathroom, lock the door. Call 911.
Yeah, they can. That door it would be easy to bust down if they were looking for me.
I don't know. That's crazy. Why they breaking this house? Anybody know?
I don't know. I don't know all the details of the story.
Oh, okay.
I just seen it come across the shade room, and
That's
I
crazy.
just made me think if I would be prepared in that situation.
I don't think most people would be.
Yeah, but you know how to use firearms. I can barely remember. I've shot a gun one time before. I don't have enough skill to protect myself.
Yeah, you don't try to. Just get out of there.
Yeah, I would have to flight. Is that fight or flight? I would have to flight.
Yeah, you gotta leave. Ain't nothing in here worth your life, so you gotta get out of here.
You keep talking about possessions, but if I was backed into a situation where I could not escape, then what?
You hide. call 911. Don't
The
hang up the
window may
phone.
not be an option. I could just be sitting on the couch and they bust in here.
You call 911. Let them know it's an emergency and you need help immediately, and then you hide
If
between.
I'm sitting on the couch and they bust in here and I'm just there in the open area, how would I call 911 if there's a gun in my face?
What would they be trying to do?
Who knows? Anything. That's what I'm telling you.
I mean, I don't know. There's people busting in people's house. They must have been trying to kill my man, because it's no reason to come in somebody's house and just start shooting
Cause you
unless they
see how
trying to
you
kill somebody.
diverted from what we were doing the situation. It's so
What you
many
would
things.
do,
It was so many things that can happen.
but you can't just bust that door down.
Yes, you can.
No.
People do it all the time.
Yeah, it takes the police a lot of force to bust the door down. Like, it ain't just a bust. Like, it ain't no person without like a tool or a thing just gonna be able to kick down the door.
I don't feel prepared.
I mean, I understand. It ain't. I don't. What could we do to prepare you then?
I don't know. Maybe you could start teaching me some skills.
I teach you all the time.
You have to keep repeating it.
Okay.
It should never be a time where um I'm not able to do the same things that you're not. It doesn't make sense.
You can't
There
do
should
all
never
the
be
things
a
that I
time.
can do.
Yeah, there should never be a time when I'm helpless and I don't have any skill protection type skills.
I mean, ain't no.
You have home skills that's
like home skill.
interchangeable
What?
between us,
What you
right?
mean?
House skills like
But that's
cleaning
not
up.
that's not dependent on like your size or your strength. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a difference. Like, I can like stand and fight. So like I can't teach you how to stand and fight like I would, because you're not 280 pounds. It's like impossible.
I have to find other ways to protect myself.
Yeah, so we get a domicile that's not like surrounded by people. We got to get us another gun, so you have one. So pretty much the only answer. 'Cause I mean, you petite. It's like ain't much you can do.
So you just want me to be helpless?
It's not much. I can't teach you how to overpower somebody bigger than you. Like, in some situations, there's not much for you to do. You already know to stomp on the top of their feet. You already know to drop your weight down. You weigh about 130, so that, I mean, most people, most men, if they come in here if they can kick a door
I
down,
hate when you put my weight on the podcast.
ain't you won something? What are you? I don't know how much it is. I'm sorry. You cut it out. I didn't mean to. I was just going through the facts, man. But I mean, if they can kick a door down with their bare foot, if they can kick a door down with their bare foot, it's kind of rough to try to figure out what you could do to overpower that poor person. That's like a very like outrageous mismatch. But like you know the soft spots. You know to go for their eyes with your thumbs. You know to bite them. You know to cooperate, give them whatever they want until you see the vulnerable spot. Like, you know to go for the family jewels, the nose, the eyes.
Yeah, it's just rough.
Yeah,
That's
why I
scary
try
situation to be in.
Yeah, that's crazy. I hope I never have to deal with that. I pray, actually. I'm gonna do everything I can to not have to deal with that. Be proactive about it. Man.
Now that is some you stuff right there.
What?
Breaking in, somebody robbing your house, or somebody threatening your life. That's a episode of you.
Oh, the show. I thought you
Yeah.
was talking about me. I was like, I ain't no criminal.
No, I was talking about
I
the
ain't
show.
breaking in nobody's house.
I was talking about you.
I
the
was.
show.
I mean, I feel you. You gotta be more clear. You gotta be like the show you. That is
That's
some you
some.
stuff.
I
was
should have
like,
just
me?
said that's some Joe stuff.
There you go. That makes sense.
Joe would have figured it out. That's all I'm saying.
Joe would have figured what out?
He would have lived if somebody came up in his house.
He a man.
Yeah, but he's not like a big man. He ain't. You saying weight and stuff had a lot to do with it. And he's a small man, but he's a smart man.
That 50 pounds that 80 pounds that Joe might got on you means a lot. It means a lot.
He's a small man. I feel like he can be overpowered.
Yeah, I mean, I get why you say that. You ain't never played no contact sport, so you don't know how that kind of goes. Like when somebody like Like you ain't never like played football and ran into somebody. You ain't never played basketball or like tried to back somebody down. You ever play soccer?
No.
You play any sports ever?
No.
Yeah, yeah, that's what that is. Like you ain't never wrestled. You ain't never tried to like take a. You ever got in a fight?
With my sisters.
And then so what happened with them?
Nobody tried to take each other down.
Y'all was just swinging.
Yeah.
So ain't nobody grab nobody.
No.
So y'all was just swinging. What happened when y'all was swinging?
I got tired. Quick. It's tiring to fight.
Yeah, it is. That's why I don't fight. I grab people. I ain't got time. I gotta get my hands on you. I might eat a couple punches, but once I get these mitts on you, it's a wrap. I'm about to choke you to death, or at least to sleep. I'm serious. I ain't got time. I ain't throwing no punches. My eyesight ain't the best. I wear glasses on this podcast.
You're not wearing them today.
See, I got my mini glasses, aka contacts, on today.
No.
But I can't see that well. I mean, I can see well enough, but I can't see. I'm not about to sit there and have a hand-eye coordination to be punching people. I mean, I got big mitts, but nah, not your boy. Man, I'm gonna go ahead and close this out. I'm old. Let me go ahead and shut this down. That's why I tell everybody, you go to the car on me and you ain't making it to the car. As soon as you turn your back to walk to the car, it's a choke out. Yeah, I'm living. If it's you or me, it's gonna be me. Let Joe come around me. Joe ain't gonna make it out. He ain't figuring that one out. Because that show is so irrational. None of that would happen in real life. I would never choose to do any of those things. I'm not getting mad and pushing somebody down some steps.
What do you mean you're not getting mad?
I can get mad, but I ain't about to get mad and push you down some steps.
I feel like a lot of that stemmed from his childhood, so he never had a way of controlling those emotions. So if you were a child and you never were taught the proper way to control your emotions,
I wasn't though.
That may be roots to a psychopath killer.
But I'm saying I wasn't.
You turned out all right.
Yeah.
Everybody don't have to switch to a killer, I guess.
Yeah, facts. It's one of those situations like if I had to fight for my life, if I ain't in danger, I don't care. I don't have an ill temperament like that. I'm logical.
He was too.
He wasn't logical. He was just smart. All the stuff he did was illogical.
Really?
Yes. Stalking people, that's illogical.
But he logically knew it wasn't right.
So he went against his logic, which is the definition of illogical. Going against logic. That ain't, no, Joe.
I feel like the show was emotionally draining because there was a lot of aspects that was right. Like the whole marriage thing was real life situations that you could go through. But then they just conflicted and add the killing parts in there.
Yeah, it was just like a psychopath going through real life stuff.
Yeah.
And reacting like a psychopath.
Yeah.
Which sounds cool, but that ain't cool.
It's not cool, you know. We talk about how that would never be real life for.
No. Black people could never do that.
Yeah, that would.
Not no black person.
Yeah, I don't feel like that could ever be our story. Ever.
No.
I really don't even feel like it would be on TV, honestly. Like, just how they even play that show is like, it's interesting to me.
What's so interesting about it?
Because we could never do that. Like, we would
nobody
never be
could
able
ever
to do
that.
Yeah, but I'm
like
just,
nobody, but especially us.
Yeah, I don't know. They make it seem like you can do that though. That's how like.
Okay, first season of Joe. If I seen a woman, not even a white woman, if I seen a woman and follow her to her place and I had on a hat and was hiding somewhere doing what he was doing, I'd be in jail.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even get a chance to break the law.
Yeah, I agree.
All that weirdo stuff that Joe was doing, I wouldn't even have the opportunity to do it. But I think in real life, most people wouldn't. I hope. I don't know.
I'm just wondering how impressionable the show is. That's all.
What you mean impressionable?
As far as like people in social media, like they really do. They'll make Joe out of a challenge, the Joe challenge.
No, that's stupid. I hope nobody does that. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I hope nobody does that. That's dumb.
Well,
Did anybody do the slap the teacher challenge? You see any of those videos?
no, I didn't see that. I
I
didn't
think
know
they
that was a
suppressed
thing.
they suppressed that real fast. I saw a bunch of articles about the slap the teacher challenge on the news.
What?
Yeah, some young Caucasian lady standing behind her teacher with her friends recording. She was about to slap him in the face. I never clicked and watched the video, but they said to slap the teacher challenge. They put out a whole thing about it. It was like, hey, beware of the slap the teacher challenge.
Wow. I wish a student. I'm fine. That's why I couldn't be a teacher. Period.
Why not?
Cause I'm putting hands and feet on these kids.
You gonna have to, because them kids bigger than you.
They disrespectful. Slap the teacher challenge, where I'm underpaid, trying to give you an education. No way. You really gotta have a passion for that type of job.
Yeah, they should pay teachers a lot, way more.
Way more.
Where's all this NC lottery money going?
Not towards education.
What they using it for? Our roads suck. They've been working on our road for the last 3 years. They literally have been constructing on our road for the last 3 years.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing with the money.
That's crazy. That's why I don't play the lottery.
You have played.
Like,
'Cause
I still got
I be telling you when the jackpots are. I'll be making sure you grab a little ticket too.
I don't remember the last time I grabbed a ticket.
Me either. It's been years since I grabbed one, but
I ain't grabbing no ticket. I got a better
if that
chance.
jackpot get big enough, that I'm gonna grab me a ticket. You never know.
I got better chances of becoming a superstar rapper than I do winning the lottery. Like, I think the odds are literally, if you calculated them, the superstar rapper status would be higher than the lottery odds. I have a better chance.
Never know.
I wonder what my rap name would be. Blake.
Why would it be Blake? Just why?
Mm.
What sense do that make? It has
It's a
no.
bunch of da babies. Lil Baby.
What does Blake have to do with you?
I could be like the big boy Drake. Blake.
Okay, I'm done.
What you mean? That's a good. If they could go the baby, it was a whole bunch of babies. It was a whole bunch of lils. It was a whole bunch of youngs. Why can't I be a lake? I want a lake in my name. I'm gonna be Blake.
Whatever floats your boat. If it makes sense to you, I like it.
Man, I'm gonna drop me a mixtape. The Blake mixtape. January's 1st. You ain't with that?
Do whatever you want. I'm not gonna say no to your dreams if it's what you want to do. I'm just, interesting perception on names.
Mm-hmm. Instead of an owl, I'm gonna have a bat.
What?
I said instead of the OVO owl, I'm gonna have a bat. Like a Batman bat.
Oh, okay.
See, you ain't. And it's gonna be upside down.
Okay.
It sound good. It sound fire actually. And I can have the little bat sound. Like the little Batman bat sound in my tracks in the beginning. It don't sound fire.
What do sound do a bat make? Literally, what sound do a bat make? That's what you want in your music? It sound like
Blake music.
Sound like rats. Are they rodents?
Blake music. Yeah, they flying rats.
Got to be. They sound like little rats. What? I'm done. Blake music?
Yeah, Blake music. What? That's fire, yo. You hating on your husband, man.
I'm not hating.
Yo, see, I need one of them. Man, I got you. But you gonna want to share in my success one day. But you gonna be now. One day you gonna
One,
be.
one,
Yeah,
I will.
yeah, exactly. See, but you put me down in the beginning. But
Nobody's putting you
when that
down. I'm
when
just
that
asking
bat
the logic.
when that bat sound is on all the hit songs, and I'm on the top of the top Hot 100
I'm like, you told me, babe.
Blake music.
You told me that was it.
Hey,
You never know what's gonna hit. I mean, they might like it. It's an interesting concept. It just don't seem like something you would do.
you
Maybe.
gotta see my potential, baby.
Yeah, I mean, the concept is not something I would expect. You never shown interest in bats. And Blake, I just, it's just a random name to me.
Man, I'm about to put out a track called what is it? Blake Song.
What?
That's the name of the track. I'm gonna put out a freestyle called Blake's Song. It's gonna be fire. Just wait on it. Wait on it.
You wait on
Just
it.
don't be asking to be all up in my video.
I'm definitely not going to be that girl.
Right.
Don't want to be in your videos.
You're gonna be like T-Pain wife. We gonna meet you like way after I'm famous. After I stop being famous.
T-Pain did not meet his wife way after.
No, I'm saying the world met his wife way after. We didn't even know he
Oh,
was
okay,
married.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's how I'm going to be. I don't need nobody to see me.
Yeah, you just gonna
If
be
you don't
taking-
know how to act with your success, like T-Pain know how to act, then I'll correct you.
Who said T-Pain knew how to act though?
Have you ever heard of T-Pain in some mess? He may have been doing some stuff, but have you heard of him in some mess? And I'm not talking about from your industry buddies. I'm talking about in the public eye.
Don't be saying stuff like your industry.
Yeah,
buddies.
because why'd you shaking your head? Yes, you ain't never heard nothing about no T-Pain, not unless it was
I'm
from
not a
some
big
of your
T-Pain fan.
unless it was from some of your industry buddies.
It's a lot of people I ain't never heard was in some mess until like mad years later.
And it wasn't T-Pain, was it? He loved his wife. He was talking about his wife. I'm in love with a stripper.
Oh, you was talking about his wife?
Exactly.
Oh, I'm in love with a short girl. See, hit.
That might be
Hit.
hitting for the short girls.
See,
You know, the
See.
women love anthems.
don't support me now.
Oh.
Don't support me now. Don't
Okay.
support me now.
I tried.
I'd rather be the underdog and then overcome than have your support now. Now you want to be on Blake's side.
All right, I won't then. I won't support Blake. I'll see you at the top because I'm be right there with you.
I'm gonna leave you at the house
I'll be right there with you. I can be at the house, but I'm still with you.
with my big old dog, keeping you safe from people breaking in our house.
Right. The
Yeah.
dog is gonna do what?
Kill them
To what? With what? Against
with
a gun?
his teeth.
Okay.
Yes, a Doberman Pinscher, a Brazilian Mastiff, which is a Cane Corso. It's a man. What these dogs fight lions? What you
They
think?
fight
of 9
guns?
millimeter?
They
Yes,
fight guns?
Yes,
They fight guns.
yes. German Shepherds, yes, they do. I need you to start googling because yes, they do. German Shepherd will take one and it still keep biting and never let go. Pitbull, same way. I'm gonna get you a nice little dog. I'm gonna name our dog Blake. Matter of fact, since you tripping.
I don't care what you name him. We probably should get a dog in the future.
I might name my dog David Ruffin.
What?
Yeah, David Ruffin.
Okay.
That's hot.
I just
You
can't today.
You can't.
You really reaching for the stars, but it's okay.
David Ruffin. What? Man, that'd be whatever, man. You
I'm not calling our dog that long a name.
just call it David. His last name is Ruffin.
His last name is
Ruffin.
Young.
His last okay, David Ruffin Young.
Okay.
Ruffin.
I get it, sir,
Oh,
but like
man.
it's not hitting for me. Like
It's
hitting
hit.
for
It was
you.
hitting. It was hitting. That's a good dog name. I need y'all comment in the video below. Let me know if the David Ruffin is a good name. Cause my wife don't think so. I think it's fire. Fire.
What's crazy? You trying to come up with a rapper name?
No, my rapper name Fire Blake.
Honestly, that's a red flag to me.
That is not no red
It's
flag.
definitely a red
How
flag.
is it a red
Anybody that
flag?
enters a relationship talking about I'm a rapper, red flag. Tell me it's not.
We 8 years in. This ain't no
it's
red
giving it's
flag.
giving a red flag. Honestly.
How after 8 years?
Yeah, I should have
What?
seen it before. I should have seen it before.
No, okay,
I
cool.
definitely should have seen it before.
Have I ever had any red flags?
What?
Have you?
Have
Did you
you?
see any?
Have you?
What's my red flag?
Have
Saying?
you? Well, why your face get so serious? You scared?
I don't care.
You don't care.
No, you here? We married. We blew right past those red flags. It said stop, and we kept going. What you mean?
Well, I didn't really have any red flags. I just noticed that you freely spoke a little more than what I was used to.
What does that even mean?
Meaning you didn't really hold your tongue on a lot of things.
I gotta hold my tongue. Who? Can't nobody beat me. Who gonna beat me?
I just feel like everything doesn't need to be said.
There's two types of people in the world. I'm the other type.
Yeah, and I'm the other type.
Yeah. That's why we literally opposites. Our birthdays are literally 6 months apart to the day. Exactly 6 months apart.
You don't know my birthday.
No, I'm serious. It's I think it's 2 months with 31 days in there. And
Oh,
then,
okay.
like if you do the math.
Okay, I was trying to see where you was going with this. Because if you were saying the 8th to the 8th, I was like, you just, at this point, you just don't know my birthday, and I've got to be okay with it.
It's 365 days in the year, and I think our birthdays are exactly 180, 82 days apart.
I'm not doing that math with you.
No, I'm being serious. I think our birthdays are literally 182 days apart.
Okay.
So we are complete opposites.
Yeah, I'm more like meek and quiet, and I don't feel like everything needs to be said. I'll let some stuff blow over. I feel like you just you say a lot of things. You say a lot of things. You've always said a lot of things. So
Must not have been that bad.
I mean, I guess there's some good in it. At least you stand for what you want. Sometimes if you're quiet, then it's easy for you to get ran over. So taking advantage
so
of.
Run over you easy.
But some stuff just not worth the fight. So
I think that went over your head too.
probably.
It didn't. It was another short joke. It just was a bad joke.
Always.
It's because short jokes are played out. If I had some new short jokes.
And you're not that tall. That's the crazy thing.
Oh, I joke on myself for being short. What you mean?
Yeah, as long as you know. As long as you know.
I use the step ladder in the house too.
I
be on the step stool.
I ain't never seen you use no step ladder.
Yeah, I do it in secret so you can't.
Oh, okay. I would love to see that, child.
Yeah, I'll be right on that little pink step stool.
I'm weak. I would love to come home and see you on my step stool.
I ain't climbing up on the kitchen counter no more. I'm use that step stool.
I would love to see you climb up on the kitchen counter. That's crazy.
I climbed on there before to get stuff off the top of the cabinets.
Never seen it. Never seen it.
You don't be paying attention.
You just be telling it all on the podcast. Y'all see what I mean? He'll say it.
Hey man, it's people that like to communicate, people that don't.
I feel like you be saying stuff sometimes that don't need to be said though. Do you have any discretion?
Yeah, I always have discretion.
Okay. It's just things that are important to me to not be said really don't be that important to you. That's how I feel.
No. Like I said, there's two types of people.
In your world.
And then that's why that's probably why I'm not so that emotional. I speak my mind. So I'm not holding my emotions back. They don't bottle up in me. I let it out. So when it's time to talk, it's already out. I ain't gotta say nothing.
Anyways, that was my red flag from our first interactions.
So yeah, you're right. I heard a thing online today. It was like, 30 views isn't a lot. But if 30 people was to walk through that door and all pay attention to us right now, that'd be like overwhelming, right?
Exactly. It's not just a
Man,
number, it's actual people. We small now, but eventually we'll grow.
no, you small. I'm big.
The podcast.
Okay, yeah, the podcast. Our podcast is small.
Yeah,
Hmm.
small. You know a lot about small.
No, I don't. But yeah, you. I know a lot about you. You small. I do know a lot about you, so that makes sense. You're killing me, Smalls. But nah, you did. I think you had one red flag, and I was like, yeah, I'm good. Then you tried to get my number. So you're not gonna give me your number?
That was a red flag.
No, it was other red. It was red flags, but then you tried to come at me. Oh, so you're not gonna give me your number?
You didn't enjoy our conversation?
Yeah, we had a good conversation. But see, if I had stopped not said some stuff, then we would have never had a conversation. See,
Well, yeah, because I don't talk that much.
I had you talking though.
What was the red flags? That's what I'm wondering. Because I know I
Oh,
barely even gave you conversation, probably.
it's just every woman in our generation has red flags. It's just every woman that comes from our generations. So Gen X, Gen Z, whatever the generation after Z is. Does it go back to A?
What?
Gen X. I don't know if it's a generation Y. Then a Z.
Oh, it's letters?
Yeah.
Oh.
Gen Z. Millennials.
I thought we was just the millennials.
No, I think millennials is like Gen X or something. Or Gen
No.
No, we
Gen X is the baby boomers or somebody. Or no, that's our mom, our parents.
Our parents are the baby boomers. So then after that, it's the Gen X. Generation X was the one before us. Then it's the millennials.
We are the millennials.
And then the last one is Gen Z. So
Yeah.
technically, I think we might be Generation Y.
Yeah, we why.
I don't know how that works. I'm still confused on what generation people are part of. I don't know how that goes.
We millennials.
We on like the last couple millennials though.
You are. I'm came in, right?
No, if I'm older than you,
That means I'm the last.
exactly.
Oh, I just wanted to make sure that you know you're the older one.
It you got more gray hair than me. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, because you stress me.
You had this gray hair before I met you.
I had one gray hair. Yeah.
First time I met
Now
you,
I got about 15.
first time I met you, I helped you do your hair. I seen all the grays.
Yeah, and it wasn't this as many as I have now. You are a liar.
You sure?
Yes.
I mean, you've gotten more, but I don't think it's.
I
It's just
only
only
had
been the
like
last
2
2
when
years.
you first met me.
You really only got more gray hairs in the last 2 years.
Yeah, and that's the most stress I ever been in.
Yeah, planning a wedding during
Yeah.
COVID. That's crazy. That's when
That's
you got all your
crazy.
gray. I'm getting old. I want to be salt and peppery.
Wait a couple more years, they'll come.
I know.
Wait till a baby get into the picture, it'll come.
OMG.
It'll
You're gonna stress
definitely
me out
come.
carrying the baby, then the baby gonna come and it's gonna stress me out. Especially if it mess around and be a Cancer like you. I hope it's a Capricorn like me.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
I'm not ready. I'm never gonna be ready.
Um,
You ready for kids?
nope,
You not.
nope.
Why not?
You can never be ready for it.
No. What's it gonna take to be ready? Oh, yeah, I guess you said you
Experiencing it.
So if we
There's
adopt a
nothing that
baby-
you could prepare for it. There's nothing you could do to really prepare for it.
So why do people watch all those videos and try to study up on being pregnant and having kids if you can't prepare for it?
I mean, that's tips and tricks, but your experience will be your personal experience. It will never be the same as anyone else's.
Oh, so we can't listen to those people online like that.
I said you could take tips and tricks, but that doesn't mean that that'll be your experience, especially dealing with children. I feel like everybody has their own unique experience with children.
Oh. I don't know.
No.
Them pregnancy videos online be having like millions of views. Billions of views.
Yeah,
Like
it's a very popular thing on YouTube. That's why people always say that the YouTube families be trying to have a baby for clout.
that's all they do. The only reason they have kids is trying to have them for
That's
clout.
what people say. I don't know for sure if that's real or not.
That's crazy. I'm not having no kid for no clout.
Yeah, I mean, I don't recommend it. I don't think I'll put my baby on the internet anyways. I
Shout
think
out
that
my man Casey Neistat, cause
I
I
think they
still
should
ain't
have a
seen his kid.
choice for
What the
you
children?
make their Instagram page. What if they don't like Instagram, or what if they're not?
Don't it seem like you could put your kid in danger if you put them on Instagram?
Yeah, if you're a I can't talk. If you're a public figure,
I mean, people weird out here.
yeah, you may not have to be a public figure. Honestly, this is crazy times.
Yeah, that's crazy. If
This
I
is,
have a cat, when I have a child, if I'm posting my child, I'm gonna make my page private.
you'll make page private.
Think that'd be the safest thing for my child, don't you?
I just don't know. I don't feel like it's bad to post your child. I just feel like when it comes to you soliciting your child and making money off your child, which some children may gravitate towards that lifestyle too. But I feel like they when they're older and they have a choice.
I don't. I'm thinking about this now. I'm trying to still debate if my kids gonna have cell phones and iPads and computers and stuff.
I think they should. They'll be behind if we don't allow them to have electronics.
I'm gonna let them have it,
But you just got to give them allotted times to use it. I
but
feel
it's
like it's other thing. It doesn't stimulate their mind in the right way. Like
that's what I'm
because
trying
they
to say.
during
You
their
said how they gonna be
developmental
behind.
stages. Because the kids these days they come out the womb knowing how to work a phone and stuff. I feel like they should at least have basic knowledge, and they should at least have some sort of electronics.
But they gonna get that regardless, because by the time we had kids, the kids gonna have tablets in school.
Yeah, but are we not ever going to use? So we're not never going to give them television time.
Oh, they can have some TV time. They can watch TV with us.
I ain't watching them kids shows all day. Nah,
They ain't
I'm
gonna
gonna
watch
cut on
kids
my.
shows.
Listen, we gonna cut on them kids shows. They got have a lot. I think it's fine if they have a lot of time. And sometimes you never know. Like you think that's gonna be your experience, but when you become a parent, it's different. That's all I'm gonna say. You sometimes you have nothing that you could do in that moment except maybe give them the iPad or maybe give them a phone or whatever. They're not gonna get a phone as children, but you know what I'm saying. Like you may have no other option but to give them something for a short period of time. You're not willing to give them electronics. Why are you looking at me? Am I deceiving you?
No, you're not. But why do I have to believe that?
You don't have to believe it. I just feel like it may come up. You never know.
What did our parents give us? They ain't have phones and tablets and things to give us.
Different time though. Different times.
But what does that mean?
It means that they probably gave us something in a different way. It wasn't tablets back then. It probably was something else that we ain't had no business doing.
I ain't had nothing. I ain't had no business doing when I was a kid. I had toys and puzzles and Legos. That's why my problem solving skills are good, because I had to figure out how to play with them toys.
Our kids will be exposed to that too.
Yeah,
But you
I'm
got.
just
I
not.
feel like it's good into the electronics as well. As
My
long
kid's
as
not
we
gonna be.
monitor them.
My kid's not gonna be into the cell phone because I'm not into the cell phone.
You don't know that
I know it.
these kids develop their own personalities, their own thing. They may be nothing like us, even though I'm turning into my mama every year I get older.
Everybody turns into their mama.
Are you?
Yeah,
I see it.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So yeah, so regardless, we control. I'm tired of people saying that the kids don't have no free will. They have a choice, but they don't really have free will because they can only make the choices that you expose them to. So if I only expose my kids to these choices, then I can shape the way they go. I'm not saying I want to control my children. I'm
That's
just saying.
exactly what you're saying.
No, I'm just saying. I'm not going to expose them to the negative choices. I'm not
How
going to get them
is
the
the
easy choice
tablet a negative choice?
because I've
It
seen
can literally
kids.
be used as a tool if you
But do they
monitor
use it
it
as a tool?
properly.
How many kids have you seen using it as a tool?
Yeah, there are lots of kids. Lots of kids.
Name one.
I see kids online using it as
Online?
mhm, using it as, a learning tool. And the games and things they play, like my nieces and nephews, those are learning games, even though they probably play too much of the learning games. But it's they're learning games. I'm not sure like what you're saying, like name a kid. Like people use it for learning development. They're not like letting their kids watch what's something crazy up there. Their kids games. Some of them probably not the best games, but I feel like they can have it in moderation.
I'm good.
And I feel like you're being a strict parent and not allowing children to do things will that it really it messes up the mentee of the child as well.
Your mama didn't let you do stuff?
Yeah.
Like what?
Like I had curfews. I couldn't date till a certain time. I couldn't wear makeup until a certain age.
Did that mess you up?
No, but when you have too many restrictions on your child, it will. Like, how can you just say, "Oh, y'all aren't gonna have iPads or
I
phones"?
think okay, I'm gonna be real. I think people don't like this whole don't uh my stance when I say I'm not giving my kid a phone or I'm not my first option is not gonna be handing them a tablet or a phone
That's not a
because
first
people
option, though.
to you
It's a learning development tool.
you arguing against my point and I ain't even made it yet. But like I said, I think people don't like it because they so addicted to their phones. Because people like adults couldn't imagine not having access to their phones, so they couldn't imagine not giving their child access to a phone. I
I
don't.
don't know if you're speaking about me, but I'm not speaking. I don't feel like that.
No, I'm not speaking about you. I'm talking about people in general. I tell everybody I'm not gonna be giving my kids phones, and they be like, "Man, you gonna have to give your kid a phone." I'm like, I'm not.
Definitely feel like it's good for development. Definitely feel like a cell phone keeps children safe. Like it's a way to reach children these days. I don't mean not at a certain age they'll get it, but I would like to be able to reach my child when they get a certain age. Like, so when will they get the phone?
When it's time for them to have a phone, like they can stay after school. Like when my kids start staying after school and playing sports, they can get a phone.
Okay.
I still know kids that get phones at 11 and 12.
I don't see nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but I'm saying I'm not giving my kid a phone as a baby. You're not gonna be sitting in the back seat of my car using my iPhone.
I'm not. I don't agree with that. But
What you mean you don't agree with it?
but if a kid is yelling,
That's the whole
I
thing. I
see
think it's a
people
cop
use
out.
it as a way to, you know, entertain their children. I just feel like it is used too much, but I don't feel like it's a bad thing, Tyler. I just don't feel like it's a bad thing. If it's used in moderation, if it's used for the right things, if you're exposing your kids to the right things on the phone or the tablet or whatever.
I'll say this. We look at the generations that we have now that grew up with cell phones now. Like it's a couple generations. So I guess we probably don't
So what
have
are you trying to say? Gen X is messed up?
it's it's literal statistics out there saying that Gen X is messed up
Oh, okay.
because of social media and phones and access
Mhm.
and being exposed to too much.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying limit the exposure.
But that's the point. The algorithm is affecting them at a younger and younger and younger age. So me giving a baby a phone, it's a whole algorithm on YouTube specifically geared towards hooking babies and kids. Like we used to have an algorithm that hooked us up. Like the commercials on the
Mhm.
cartoons, they were colorful. The cartoons were colorful. The cartoons literally had stimulating things in it, had music in it that was stimulating us, and it was all for purposes of selling stuff that came on those commercials.
Yeah.
So that was an algorithm. Like they created a whole system around and a formulaic system around getting us hooked, and we would lit the Toys R Us catalog, all that stuff, and then they just flipped that and put it on YouTube.
Yeah. So what's the difference? The either so you just not gonna let them have no TV time,
But see, the
no.
difference is, a lot of kids had cable when they was coming up, so they got beaten over the head with that algorithm. When I was a little kid, we ain't had no cable. I didn't get cable until I was like my brain was semi mature. So when it came down to it, I wasn't susceptible to the algorithm that much. I only got really good cartoons on Saturdays when they came on ABC. Outside of that, I didn't have like Cartoon Network and like all them good channels and all that stuff you could watch until I was like a little bit older. I was probably like 10. Now it's like babies with the algorithm in their face. And that's why I think that's bad. I think like putting a kid in front of something that's trying to program them to make decisions or like things or choose things at too young of an age is bad. So I'm gonna stay away from that. They can have the little bear books like I had. We can get them some Dr. Seuss, some puzzles, some thinking games, all that stuff. I just don't think the phone and the tablet is the answer. Cause
It's not the answer, but I don't feel like it's not. It's like this thing that I got to keep my child away from. I don't feel like that at all.
you really don't.
I just feel like we can moderately use them, and I mean moderately.
I feel you. But yeah, I've been watching a lot of those promos for King Leon. Have you seen that?
Mm-mm.
The Serena Williams and Venus Williams story. The story about their dad
Oh, okay.
with Will Smith as the main character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been seeing that, man. Same thing. His wife told him, and look what he did to Venus and Serena.
His wife told him what? You just
That
his
he
wife
should he
told
was
him
being
what?
too hard on his kids. That he shouldn't be having them playing tennis and stuff like that. From the gist of it, I may not be quoting it correctly, but she kind of was saying like, "Hey, stop doing that to them kids, Richard." And he was like, "Nah, I'm gonna have the next Michael Jordans. I mean, the next Michael Jordan." No, he was saying, "I'm making stars. They're gonna change the world, and they're gonna change tennis," and they did. He just instilled a little bit of purpose into him.
Yeah, okay. And that doesn't mean that you can't instill purpose into your child with a tablet or with a phone in
If
moderation.
if my
Please note
developed
that I'm
brain,
saying moderation.
if my developed brain is so susceptible to phones and the things that the phones do, and I use my phone in moderation, then I could
I
imagine
wouldn't
what a
even use
developer.
moderation with you.
Well, I use it a lot,
Rarely was the word for you.
but that's what I'm saying. So if I'm susceptible to the phone, and I rarely use my phone, like it affects me. I can tell how it affects me. Then what do you think it's gonna do? What it does to a developing brain?
It's detrimental, yes.
Yeah.
If you are
So,
constantly putting your child in front of the iPad
but
or
see,
the
that's the thing. I
phone.
think the phone is so potent that the moderation still affects them negatively.
I need to see stats and all that to prove it.
I
Because
mean,
I feel like they can be great learning tools.
you just saw. I'm with you. I'm with you. But I can also teach them how to learn.
Yeah. Old fashioned. Sit down with your child face to face and actually teach them.
And I can also provide them with books to help them learn.
Okay.
I can also
We'll see
hand
how
them
long you
puzzles to
see
help
how
them
long
learn.
those items keep the child's attention.
We will. It's just gonna mess them up because they're gonna end up having to go around other children, and the other children are gonna be so affected by the phone that they're gonna want it so bad, and they're gonna see other people kids on the phone. But hopefully when I have a kid, I'll be able to break that stereotype. Because I'm tired of seeing kids walking around with iPhone 12s in their hands and in their faces just sitting there like, I don't think that's good.
I don't neither, but I do think they have their uses in the world now.
Cool.
Cool.
We'll see how our kids do.
Yep.
And I guess we'll table this until episode number 6, which is next week.
Yep.
We did it, babe. Number 5. Now I gotta go edit.
Yep. Enjoy that.
It'll be alright. Ain't gonna be that bad. So we'll see you guys next time, man. Make sure you subscribe.
Yep.
Listen to us on all the platforms, like Bay says.
Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, and also make sure you guys leave a review for us on Apple Podcasts. It helps us a lot as far as pushing our content out to other people.
Yep. You know, work with the algorithm so more people can see us.
Yeah, the algorithm we were just talking about with our kids.
Yeah. We're algorithm you now.
All right. Throw us in the algorithm, please.
What's something else that we could do to help the algorithm?
What you mean?
What's something else that people be doing to help the algorithm?
Hit the like button. Comment below.
Yep. Oh, you getting all these algorithms right now.
Share the video.
That's my share. I didn't have a thing for share. I was trying to have a thing for share, but I ain't had one. Share it. Tell your mama. You know how you send your friends memes? Send your friends one of the clips from our video. How about that?
Do that.
Do that. Well, we'll see you guys next week. Hold it down.
Next week. Peace.
You're like an enemy.
That's the point.